I'm curious, are there any, roadblocks or hurdles that are memorable to you? I'm sure there may have been many, but are there, one or two that kind of stand out to you more than others that really helped? Okay, we'll say springboard you to where you are today. Having to overcome and face a particular challenge or hurdle or whatever you want to call that, that's allowed you to get to where you are today.
Yeah, so it was actually very early on. You get this sort of confidence when you're getting a lot of yes and help from the lawyers, the doctors, and all those people. But there was one group of people who said no a lot, and they were the investors. So, you're kind of getting, oh, great idea, let me help. Great idea, would love to help. And then it's investors that are like, not our thing, not at this time. The classic venture capital answer of like, it's an email that's a paragraph long, but really what they're saying is no. So kind of learning how to work within the venture and the finance communities to articulate what it is we were doing, but in a different way, right? Like, these are oftentimes so smart people in investing in finance. And so they're digging into things that, I hadn't even thought about 3 and 5 years out, and when you're talking to somebody that's just, looking to help you on a little thing, they're not asking some of those tough questions. So I found that kind of initial headwind from the investor community of just like, have you thought of this? You're a first timer. Have you thought of that? Like, how do you know science? Why are you the person? Why you? Why now? Like a lot of great questions. And so that kind of actually, we had to pause a bit and just really focus on that investor community for about a good 3 months to really get that story crisp. And so while we were making pace with everything else, setting up the business, getting some of the scientific studies underway, all that was just cruising. It was the investor community work that was really tough, slowed us down, but made us ask really tough questions of ourselves. And are we building something that's going to be viable? And so we had to research a lot and look into competitors and really get smart about it. And I'm glad I did. If we had just sort of taken maybe that first check without some of that diligence, maybe we won't be here today, because we might have spent it, we might have made mistakes. So I really, kind of thank those investors early on who were just so critical of that first version of ourselves and made us think, because, it's almost like measure 3 times, measure 1 more time, and then finally cut. The cut that we did take then felt like it was a pretty measured one. So yeah, so I do appreciate that. And that was tough. And getting told kind of no, like 99 times. I felt like Colonel Sanders, you get that 135 no's and then you finally get the last one there. So I can appreciate what a guy like that went through.
Yeah.
Putting aside the persistence that builds, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, and just rolling with it, right?